good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, my juice little lights. Thank you, little light. You're delicious and bright. Yes, we're just going to keep shining that light, shining that light, shining that light. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, the weather in our neck of the woods in the old UK, well, there's no sunshine. There's no surprise. It is a bit windy. Okay, my delicious little babies. It's a little bit chilly, but I got my t-shirt on. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, yeah. So it's after 3 p.m. in our UK today. Of course, you know the weather could be different in other parts of the old UK. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Now then. So let's just see, shall we? Now then, because I've been busy doing my cleaning, you know, and getting other things done now today, okay? And I thought, right, I'm going to do my video, okay? So, and I looked and I had a notification, my delicious little babies, okay? Because I was actually going to start off talking about something else, but I thought I'd mention this. Now then, my delicious little babies, and I just thought as well, you know, like when they say the first of every month. Well, I mean, I suppose they say the first of every month. I suppose I do believe it's when you got an R in it, okay? But I'm just in the habit, you know, for decades and decades, where, you know, they always say white rabbit, white rabbit, white rabbit. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, it's just something that I've always said every month. Do you see what I mean? But it is supposed to be, you know, when there's an R in the month, okay? Now then, my delicious little babies, now, I got it from my dad, actually, because my dad, I used to say to him when I was little, when I was a wee little bairn, I used to say, he'd say, well, what are you saying, white rabbit for? But he said, well, you know, he said, because, you know, at certain ones, you know, like an R in a month, he said, you know, it's meant to be, there we are, lucky. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, that's only from, you know, what I was taught, okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so what came up on my notification? What came up on my notification, my delicious little babies, okay? This is, if you could please and thank you, tap into the older space bar in older YouTube. I've never seen them before, my delicious little babies, and they're called J Gin Space Food. So it's 2 J's and then RN Space Food. My delicious little babies, they happen to have 2.92 million subscribers, my delicious little babies, so it appears to me that they're rather large. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, this video that was sent to me in my notification, which, by the way, my delicious little babies, I've never ever had anybody send me a video in the notification, you know, unless it's you know, say for example, if I've commented on something, then somebody will send something back in my notifications, but I've never ever seen this before, my delicious little babies, okay? And the video should read amazing, how we pronouncing this now, because you know my pronunciation's not very good, my delicious little babies, but I own up to that, don't I? Tio Kabaki. I'm going to spell it out for you, my delicious little babies. I feel the need to. Capital T, lowercase t, then EOKBOKKR, my delicious little babies. Then it says Master's Skills, Giant Iron Plate Spicy Rice Cake, Korean street food, my delicious little baby. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Amazing, Tio Kaboki, Master Skills, Giant Iron Plate, Spicy Rice Cake, Korean street food, yes. My delicious little babies, I'm just going to tick that off now. what caught my attention, my delicious little babies, in this video, which by the way happened to be when I clicked on 17 minutes. Look at that number coming up again, my delicious little babies. 17 minutes exactly. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But the ones who are actually doing, because it's looks like a type of a factory type of thing now. You know, you've got black gloves, you've got a red and black outfits, you know, they're wearing a muzzle, a mask. Okay, my delicious little babies. Okay, then, you know, it's amazing when they're doing the old chopping. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes. Strange video to come up on my video, on my dog and burn, sorry. Do you see, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so yesterday evening, so I just thought I'd mention it. So I never even looked all the way through. And that doesn't mean, yes, my delicious little babies. Okay, I've seen some of it. I thought, well, that's enough of you. Click you off. And had that notification. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Because, you see, we cannot delete them, can we? We can only hide them. Do you see, my delicious little babies, okay? So, anyway, but yesterday evening, I don't know what it was, but something, there we are, triggered my my memory, my noddle, my delicious little babies. See, I'm stumbling here. Now then, this was uploaded 12 years ago. Now, what came into my noddle, okay, my delicious little babies, so I just thought I'd mention this song after seeing part of that video, my delicious little babies, do you say? And the tune was yeah, uploaded 12 years ago, my delicious little babies. We seem to see a lot of 12s, don't we? Now then, my delicious little babies, so this uploader is called Sakuba. Okay, my delicious little baby. So I'm just going to spell that out for you in order, YouTube, please and thank you, my delicious little babies. S-C-C-U, and then another U again, B, and then A. Sakuba. Okay, my delicious little babies. This uploader happens to have 2.24 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, do you say? And right, okay, so you got the 4 and the 2 and the 2, and it comes to 8. So you add the 8 to the 12 years, so 12 and 8 comes to 20, doesn't it? So usually, well, this is what I do. I know I always narrow it down to 2. So what's that in the alphabet? A, B. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, so this is not to you, my delicious little babies. I know exactly what I'm doing, okay? Yes, I do, okay? The song should read, Suzanne Vega, Tom's Dana, my delicious little babies lyrics. Now, I was trying to get it in my noddle yesterday evening, okay? And I was thinking, and then, you know, to try and get the song so I could type it in. How I remembered it was of the bells of the cathedral. You know, I am thinking of your voice. See what I mean, my delicious babies, yes? Okay. Very interesting to take bits and pieces, you know, out of the song, my delicious little babies. Now, I happened to look at just a few comments, okay? And one that stuck out to me was that whoever had commented, God bless them, they too were trying to, you know, to find, do you see what I mean? And how they remembered it was to do the milk. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? You only have to scroll down just to look at a few of the comments. Of course, you know, I do not always look at comments, you know what I mean? It's only, you know, when I need to, there we are, pay attention to something. Do you see what I mean? Mind you, maybe somebody needs to, or somebody's needs to pay attention to myself as well. My delicious little babies, do you say? Okay? because at the end of the day, it seems very much to me that somebody, for some reason, whoever it may concern, wants to send, there we are, a message to myself. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Well, there's a message straight back to whom it may concern. There we are. Okay, so that's that. Anyway, my delicious little babies, so we're not going to go on about that no more. Stumbled again then, didn't I? We're not going to go on about that anymore, any longer, my delicious little babies. No, we're not, okay? Now then, but like I said, my delicious little babies, you know, as you always do say on all of my videos, thank you so very much for anybody who listens to my videos or puts a like or anything or finds the information that I give out informative. Okay, my delicious little babies. I mean, for some of you, you may like spicy street food. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Not myself. Prefer to cook it myself. Do you see what I mean, okay? But I mean, each to their own, you know what I mean, okay? Now then, my delicious little babies, okay. So, let's just have a look at this. Now, this is on BitChute, my delicious little babies. And this is a search engine of your choice, SGT report, my delicious little babies, okay? That's the uploader, Sean. SGT space report, then space bar, BitChute, my delicious little babies, and then you should have reached your destination. Now then, this uploader now, because I do mention him, see, happens to have 132,634 subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? So it's 132,634, okay? Now then, the video should read, the line has been drawn. Good versus evil. Yes, my delicious babies. Mark Atwood and Abby, is it Wayne? W-Y-N-N-E. Wayne. Okay, my delicious babies. Okay. So, this is over an hour. Okay, my delicious babies, over an hour, sorry. And, yeah, it's really good. I've really enjoyed that video because me personally, I happen to like the SGT report, and I also happen to like, of course, with anybody not in that way, but I happen to like Mark Atwood, you know, because he's very spiritual, okay, the way he comes across and everything, you know. So it's really interesting to listen to, and of course I've never seen Abby before, so, but it was a really interesting conversation with the three, okay, my delicious little babies, okay, because, you know, the reality is we are going, as I've been saying over the months and months, we are going through an awakening, okay, and, you know, well, you know, I mean, I'm working up, there we are, but, you know, obviously we're still, you know, to listen to other things as well now. So we're constantly learning, so we're constantly feeding our noddles with more and more information each and every day. There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But really good video to listen to, my delicious little babies, okay? So I thought I'd mention that. Now, finally, with my bits of information today, this is also on, it's my beautiful little baby brother, God bless. Now then, this uploader on BitChute, my delicious little babies, happens to have 941 subscribers, my delicious little babies, so they're only a little baby, and God bless them, may they prosper, okay? This uploader is called Surveillance Big Tech and ... So I'm just going to spell that out for you, my delicious little babies. The search engine of your choice, SERVEILLAN, then a space, big, then a space, tech, then a space, and ... Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, this video should read, why we trust the media with Dr. Drew. Okay, my delicious little babies. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned Dr. Drew as well, because he's on YouTube as well, Marvelous Little Babies. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned another video to do with he some months ago, Marvelous Little Babies, okay? I'll just repeat this again for you. Why we trust the media with Dr. Drew, okay, Marvelous Little Babies. So he had, what's his name? I mentioned him before as well, months ago. Is it James from the Corbett Report? Okay, so he came on first. He was only on for quite a short time. And then he had another, what was his name? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, my delicious little babies. But while I was doing my scrubbing, you know what I mean, I was listening as well. So I had my old dog and burn, charging. Do you see what I mean? So then Dr. Drew was talking to your other man there for the rest of the video, okay? Then at the very end, there was another woman who came on, and it was to do with, and they're talking about Rumble, because they're also on Rumble, okay? My delicious babies. Anyway, this was really interesting because what it talks about is how our putrid box in the corner of the room, the putrid media, basically how they say what they want to say, okay? And then everybody, there we are out here globally, all barring a few places in the world who have no clue of what's going on in the world, my delicious babies. But for the rest of us, very sadly, we have all had our experiences. Baby brother again, okay? God love you. I'll get back to you shortly, baby. Now then, my delicious little babies. So the point is, very sadly for the rest of us, at some point, we've all had a bit of brainwashing, do you see what I mean? Or programming, do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, do you say? So what this video is about is this part of it is a level of brainwashing. Do you see? Then what James Corbett was talking about is that, say ones could not venture off onto their own because they never had the, there we go, the ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. And then he was explaining very briefly about when he started, and doing his little videos and everything. Do you see what I mean? Okay. It was really, I found it to be very interesting. That's just myself, okay? And then when you were talking to your other man there, okay, he was talking about, where, how crazy it was in 2020, my delicious little babies, and of course, what followed, my delicious little babies, do you see? So, and he was talking about all of this now then, but it was a really, really interesting video to listen to, my delicious little babies. And again, I do believe it's just over an hour long. So both of those videos that I just mentioned, my delicious little babies, are over an hour long. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So to me, you see, and what your man there was talking about with Dr. Drew, not your other man, James Corbett, but the other one, I cannot remember his name. I wish I'd wrote his name down. At one point he was saying, he does not feel that whoever's done this in the world, that they are going to be held accountable. However, then later on, he was then saying, well, there we are, that they should be held accountable, which is what I've been saying, my delicious babies. And I'm not the only one. There's millions of others, there we are, who feel the same way. So why should the likes of Fauci and all those now, do you know what I mean? Like some kind of God. Do you know what I mean? I mean, even if you just take a flipping look at that Fauci, piece of effing little piece of sharties. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Well, he is. I'm just done saying it the way it is. But I also seen a video of him, and I mentioned this months ago, where he went to somebody's home in America, and and your man there run him out. Good on him. I did mention it on another one of my videos months ago, my delicious babies. Yeah, he run Fauci out. He was done telling him the way it is now. You know what I mean? When Fauci's trying to get your dear man there to take something. Do you see what I mean, Martelish little babies? That man just, let me tell you, was done telling Fauci the way it was. And of course, you know, Fauci's birth race, it was a picture. Do you see what I mean, Martelish little babies? It is somewhere on BitChute. I'd have to go back in my book, Martelicious little babies, yes. And then finally, who I do advertise, search engine of your choice, Martelish little babies, Sanity. 4, number 4, Sweden. So it's words and number together. Sanity for Sweden. Space bar. BitChute, Martelish babies. Yes. What is it that he was mentioning on the video today? God bless him. And of course, you know, like I said, with anybody not in that way, not in that way. It's just that because he's got such a dry sense of humour, the way he comes across. Do you see what I mean? And he always says at the end of his videos, "All right, be good." Do you see what I mean, Martelish babies? Okay. That what was it that putrid Ted Ross was saying, apparently, that well, basically, you know, that got to clamp down more on you know, the anti-vaxxers. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? But Sanity for Sweden also says something else, yes, absolutely true, banging true what he said. Do you know what I mean? Hit the nail right on the head by saying that yeah. So those of us out here, you know, and there's, there we are, rather a lot, are obviously causing the putrid Ted Ross, okay, and his little lackeys, okay, because they're all little lackeys, causing a few sleepless nights for them, it seems, my delicious little babies, because I said on another one of my recent videos that I just cannot, you know, figure, you know, words to effect, sorry, get my noddle around how they can sleep at night. You know, with all of the, there we are, the trouble and problems that they cause now then, and have been doing, there we are, for decades. My delicious little babies, do you say? So why would they want to, you know, do this, you know, what, to make everybody comply? Because that's what would have happened if they had been allowed to have got away with things now. Do you see what I mean? No, it's not going so well. And I'll repeat again, there we are. I'm highly delighted about it. And I shall continue saying it, because otherwise that would have been all of ours, yours and myself, my delicious babies, and millions all around the world globally, okay, for our enslavement. As if we have not been enslaved enough. Do you see? Okay, so because now then they're not getting their own way. Do you see? But of course, had they have been allowed to do that, that means they could jibby jab us whenever they effing feel like it. Well, no. And really, none of us, okay, for sure, must not be bullied. Because that's what it is, my delicious little babies. It's bullying. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And bullying us into doing something that we do not want to do. It's totally wrong. Just so that they can make ka-ching, 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 the bang out of order. There we are. And they know so as well. Do you see? But it's very clear to myself, my delicious little babies, as to others out there, very clear for those who know that obviously we appear, there we are, to be peeing and well off. Good. Good. They have peed all of us off, there we are, for what they have done to us. You know, to ones who our love, to others who have got dear loved ones, and beautiful little and large birdies, beautiful little and larger animals, and little creatures, great and small. Look what they've done to nature, chopping all of the trees down. Oh yeah, looking after the planet, F off nicely. They call that looking after the planet. And then if the treaty went through and everything for what they wanted to do, then jibby jab us. And that's supposedly looking after the planet and looking after our health, is it? Got nothing to damn well do with it at all. Gets me really flipping annoyed. I mean, the amount of trees that they've chopped down, right? And then what they then do is they bring out another little tree, and then they plant other little trees. Do you see what I mean? What's wrong with their mentality? They're completely effing there we are, twisted is the word. That's what they are, my delicious little babies, do you say? So no. And I'll keep saying it. You know, at the end of the day, they need to stop what they're flipping damn well doing now. Because none of us out here, my delicious little babies, again around the world, have done anything to deserve this. Do you see what I mean? And all for depopulation. Well, the only reason why somebody would behave like this, or a certain amount, circle, shall we say, is because they must clearly, there we are, be worried about how many there are around the world. There we are. Do you see? But of course, you know, everything, there we are, flaky, that's what I just got, flaky, because ones are now not believing in the World Economic Forum, the WEF, or the WHO, World Health Organisation, who is not there for our health at all. Do you see what I mean? There we are, they've been exposed for what they are, and there have been, God bless, others who've been exposing them, there we are, for years and years and years. There we are. Do you see? So, you know what I mean? How do they expect us to be out here? Do you see what I mean? What, that we just must just roll over and just put up with it now? No. You know what I mean? What they should be doing is saying to themselves, okay, we can all live together in peace, there we are, love and harmony, and not have all of this shark thrown at us every 5 minutes. Do you see what I mean? Poisoning the food, poisoning the water, killing beautiful little and large animals, little and large birdies, doing all of these nasty and spiteful things to us all now then. No, it's wrong. It's all wrong, and we must always remember that we're all little angels. You know what I mean? Because we are not satanic like them. Do you say? But they expect us just to go, oh yes, that's all right, thank you for poisoning us. No, we're not going to do that. And what's important, and there's more and more and more, is everyone standing up for their rights. Good on them. Good on every single one of, there we are, every single one of them. Because we have to, there has to be an end to this, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? You know, none of this life has to be this way. Never. And we must not have all of this nastiness put upon us. I mean, I'm looking at others, whether I'm walking out in the road, walking down the street now then, when I'm out and about, you know, and you can see, there we are, the sadness. You know, like, for some mankind, God bless them, like they're having, it's only a figure of speech, okay? Just the same. It's like they're having the stuffing that we are taken out of them. You know, there's ones, God bless them, that absolutely adore the sun. You know, and for others, you know, they might have illnesses or something, and they need that heat. But of course, it's all been deprived from them, isn't it? Because of these. It's totally wrong what is taking place, my delicious little babies. It's really, really damn well wrong. And we want it to stop. There we are. And it will stop. Do you say? But, you know, they've got to see themselves. I keep saying it, I've said it over the months. You know, they have to look at themselves. You know, and see how they have been brought into the world. And do you see what I mean? So I'm sure that if they had to put up with a quarter of what we have out here, like I said, there we are, they wouldn't last 5 minutes. But they have such a hatred for us, my delicious little babies. It's all wrong. Because we haven't done anything to them for them to be that way. Anyway, that's the end of my video. So whether it's morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world, have a super duper delicious time you only get One laugh, my delicious babies, okay? Sending each and every one of you peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings. And may you all be, and your beautiful little families, fully protected. Please take care of yourselves now. A smile a day keeps the doctor away, just like crunch, crunch. A celery a day keeps the doctor away, my delicious babies. So, love ya. Over and out.